Hi, Erin, Janine here. You have a great resume started, so let's just look at a few things you could tweak. But I have a feeling it's just your rotten industry that there's just so many people being pushed out by the online programs, making it, I know because I had a client years ago who took the medical coding, transcription, that type. Though there was two, she took both of those. And she never got the state certification for one of them, but it just seemed like there's so many being pumped out that the supply and the demand isn't there. So I've been trying to think of what you could do instead. You've got an impressive good work history, so let's just look at a few things you might want to tighten up. I recommend right here pushing your phone number so it aligns right here so you don't have the space, because maybe right now it's just these little things somebody is focusing on. Do you have a middle initial? If so, I recommend using it. They say you command a higher salary when you have a middle initial, so I recommend using that. Excuse me. Your objective statement. Hiring managers I interviewed when I had a radio show years ago said they no longer look for an objective statement. It takes up prime real estate, and it's going to be in your cover letter. Plus, you're already applying online for a specific job, so it's no longer needed. It's considered outdated. So I recommend removing that. What I would recommend is starting off with key accomplishments and listing 3 of your biggest wows. What have you done to increase productivity, increase customer service? Have you won an award? You are a certified medical and office transcriptionist. I would start that as one key accomplishment. You hold a certification in those. But try to come up with 3. Odd numbers resonate with the reader. Skills, love it. Make sure they're just, align with the job announcement. Right here, again, I would move, first I would put the job title first and change your job title for the jobs you're applying. So if it's a office manager, something of that nature, is this truly your job? And I'm sure you do a whole lot more. But I recommend putting the job title first, and then also, again, scooching the dates so they all align over here, because you've got them at different levels, and I don't know if that's what somebody's looking at. The page number being in red, I don't know. Just maybe tighten that up a little bit. Here, I love that you have high volume, 300 plus phone calls. I call this the so what. You want to paint the picture for the reader of the volume, how big of a clinic you're working at, what you can do. So this is excellent. Assist patients in a high volume. The only way I think to up this or add more oomph, as I would call it, is if you could put how many patients per day maybe you're dealing with, but the 300 plus is perfect. Answer questions related to insurance appointments. Again, I believe in the success for my clients. I have about a 97% success rate. Quantify, again, paint that picture. What is the so what of what you're doing? Quantify with a number, a percent, if possible, or a dollar sign. Answers X amount of questions related per day, per week. Just take a guess. Utilizes Gen X2 software. I'm guessing, is this something that everybody would use or only that company? And you might want to put it up here. And again, how many appointments are you tracking? How much patient data? Notify patients of upcoming clinic changes. How many patients are you having to notify? And how do you notify? Are you notified by email, by telephone? And you might want to throw in notify patients. I don't know if HIPAA falls into any of this. Maintains a welcoming and organized reception area. Greets. How many incoming guest patients do you greet per morning, per afternoon, per day? Again, numbers paint that big picture. And here you've got 140 patients daily. Operational procedures, what does that mean exactly? Maybe be a little bit more specific there. And I would recommend putting, after you've put your job title, where you're at, and this, before the bullets, you've got 6 bullets. I recommend adding a 7th or putting it down to, I typically do just 3 because again, people are scanning. They're only spending 5 to 7 seconds on this resume. But write a short narrative about what you do, maybe about the clinic. Maybe you can look at the clinic's website and get some ideas. And then again, let's look at spacing. We've got lots of spacing here, but yet between this job, we've got it smushed together. Again, on this job, again, I'd recommend tabbing it over so it ends over here. So they're all, it just makes it easy on the eye. But again, you've done a great job. 90 patients daily. You have 2 doctors, 1 physician. Maybe up here you've got multi-specialty clinic. Maybe, again, put in how many doctors, how many nurses, how many people are you taking. As a receptionist, you're taking care of everybody. Are you doing any inventory? Do you get to do any scheduling, any transcription, anything for the jobs that you want? If so, be sure and list it here. Education, I recommend putting the certificate and then the year you received it and then the agency, with the most recent first. Like I said, you have a great resume. I think it's your industry. And I just recommend tightening up a few things here. I have here, okay, well, look at your LinkedIn, then we'll look at some of the jobs. All right, LinkedIn, make sure it's complete because again, hiring managers are here looking. Automatically put a photo. For all your experience, make sure your resume and your LinkedIn match because it's almost like they're looking to make sure it's accurate by looking at your LinkedIn. When you write your LinkedIn profile summary, I recommend answering 3 questions. Who you are. I am a certified medical office and transcriptionist, if that's the correct term, with over X amount of years in the medical office arena, working as a office manager, scheduler, receptionist, all the duties. I am well versed in HIPAA and medical terminology. Again, who are you? What do you do? I excel at delivering excellent customer service, transcribing medical terminology, or upholding HIPAA. What do you do? That's the second one. And 3, what do you want? Tell the reader what you want. I look forward to connecting with hiring managers and like-minded professionals for career opportunities as a medical transcriptionist. Something like that. Let them know what you want. And then again, for your jobs, cut and paste from your resume. When it comes down to these skills, it looks like these are all you have. Max out with everything again from your resume, all of these skills and more. need to be over here, because hiring managers are searching for people who have those skills. So max amount, you got 50, put 50 in here. HIPAA should definitely, HIPAA compliant, something like that should definitely be popping up in your skills. And I've got to sneeze, excuse me. Oh, maybe I can hold it, okay. Certificates, yes, I would put the date you received these and from where if possible. Again, you're off to a great start. Just continue to use LinkedIn. I'll share a document with you on building your LinkedIn. Connect with me. Connect with everybody. I'm going to just pull up my profile and show you. Picture, of course, what I do. Here is my summary. I excel, blah, blah. What I can do. Mine's a little bit different. What do I want? I just want to connect with people here who need me. Got all my different jobs. But what I wanted to show, recommendations. Now you can get skills and endorsements where people, put a little check by, yep, they know HIPAA, yep, you know this, you know that. That's great, but the recommendations, I want you to please ask past employers, ask past coworkers, or even if it's appropriate, patients for a recommendation. These, you can't lie about these. When people come over here and read about me, I didn't write these. I can't, well, I will say occasionally I'll clean up the spelling or send somebody a sample of what to recommend, but you can't make them up. It comes from somebody else's profile. On a website, people can make up all day long testimonials, but these are testimonials about you and what you can do. And then for interests, I think you were doing it. Whoops, I think I've lost you. Let's see. Did I lose you? I think I lost you. All right. There we go. Interest. See if you can find more of the companies that hire you. Who would hire you? Start following those companies. When you apply for a job, follow the company. Try to find the hiring manager on here and follow what they're doing. Really let LinkedIn try to find you a job. Your industry is so tight. Like I said, your resume is good. It's very good. Here's some of the job announcements I did. I just went into Indeed. I do recommend Indeed. It's the best one. You can put it here, remote, or sometimes over here I'll put remote. I was surprised there weren't very many. They all want, unfortunately, experience. I'm just going to move me over here. So medical dictation might be a buzzword to put in your LinkedIn and in your resume. Medical records, patient charts. When you look at updating your resume, really see if how you can write to showing you can do these things. Transcribe dictated reports for acute care facility. Have you done any transcription? If so, put it in your resume, even if as the receptionist or someone you're doing it. Did you have an internship or any practice where you've had to do these things? Utilizes reference materials appropriately. Talk about this. You can easily, you've had to use reference material. Add this to your resume. Meets productivity requirements. Medical terminology, 2 to 3 years experience. You may not have the experience. Do you know what basic 4 is? Knowledge of the basic 4? If so, add it to your resume. Add it to your LinkedIn. Knowledge of medical transcription. A lot of these can be addressed in your cover letter at a minimum if you cannot add them to your resume. I think I've seen this quite a bit. Able to read, write, and speak English fluently. I can't talk. I would add that. Add this as a key skill. Experience with ESL, English as a second language dictators. If you can do this, add it. Foot pedals, headphones, all of this. I recommend, again, adding it to your resume. You might want to remove some of the skills and add this. Your resume went to 2 pages, so you're okay to add a bit more. You may want to have where you have skills. I call them core competencies. And then you might want another one where it's technical competencies. And that under the technical is where you would add the software, the foot pedal, the headphones, that type of thing. This one's looking for graveyard and evening. If you can do that, I would apply for this job. I wouldn't let the 3 years hold you back. I think you can, without lying or misleading, convert what you've currently been doing into some of this medical transcriptionist. I don't know. Is this one online? This one wants 2 years, grammar, punctuation, editing, spelling. Again, I would add these to the technical. Self-management, highly organized, strong verbal. I think you have the verbal. Again, medical transcription guidelines and practices. I would add something like that into your cover letter again. Yeah, this is remote work. ACC standards. Now, this is preferred. So preferred, I would still apply. I would apply for this one. And let's see. This one says work from home. Let me move me back over here. Again, medical jargon, abbreviations, you know those. I'm positive you know them from all your work currently. Organizes, prioritizes. I would add that to your resume. Okay, it says 3 to 5 years preferably. Do you know what this is? If so, add it to your, again, anatomy, physiology. If you've had coursework or you use these as a receptionist again, then address them in your resume. Again, we see the grammar, spelling. We see again the foot pedal. I would do this one. Clean up your resume just a little bit. Make sure addressing these. Again, that Dolby Fusion. Self-motivated, self-disciplined. Again, 3 years, but it says preferred. Firm understanding. This one gets very specific. Windows, Microsoft Word, Internet Explorer. Make sure those buzzwords. Because remember, the computer application tracking software is looking for the keywords that are in the job announcement. So for every job you're applying, you need to really make sure you're getting, this one even, type more than 65 words per minute, 7,000 lines per week. I know you know what that one means. I know the word per minute. But make sure all of these things that they're looking for are addressed in your cover letter and resume. If it does not allow for a cover letter, I halt what I'm doing. I go back, I put the cover letter first, and then, of course, the next page is the resume. and I merge them as one document and upload when applying for jobs. Like I said, I really thought there'd be a lot more. Trouble is, you're competing with people in third world countries who are willing to work for next to nothing right now. This one's an easy apply. You're trained, certified. HIPAA, security, confidentiality, non-disclosure. Make sure, again, HIPAA's in your, I know it's in there. I would apply, but like I'm just clicking. When you go here and you can click the add, cut and paste your cover letter, I recommend always putting a cover letter. Because again, the tracking software is looking for these. So we've gone over your LinkedIn, we've gone over the resume and how to tweak it for some of these job announcements. Again, I encourage you to just make some small tweaks, and if you want me to look at it again, I gladly will. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. I just happened to, your discussion caught my attention. I had some time today, so I wanted to try to help you if possible, but your resume is really good. I think it's just your industry, making a few tweaks, really making sure you've got all the keywords in there. Make sure the LinkedIn has everything, and I wish you the best of luck. Don't get discouraged. I always say it's almost like a numbers game. Like the more you apply, the better your chance. So just keep at it. Post your resume to Indeed. I recommend updating it with the cover letter, letting them, post it to Indeed so employers can find you. Reach out on LinkedIn to those hiring managers, start connecting with them. And I know you'll do great. So again, if I can help you in any way, just let me know. Have an amazing afternoon. Bye-bye.